Welcome back, my loyal subjects of Funk, this Let's Funking play of Avernum. And in the last session we completed this whole map, which was to escape this basement after having been cast into the hospitable realm of Avernum deep below the surface. There's one thing we forgot to do at the end of last session, and that's to go and talk to Brisa, which we should have done. As we promised we would save her. Brisa watches you closely. Her spear is always in her hand. What else do you need of us? I hope you have not joined those thugs. Lagan is gone. You can escape now. Just enough to level us up as well. The conversation ends. She is so relieved that for a moment you think she might break into tears, but then she starts nudging the others with her shoe. Come on, let's escape all we can. As they race, she turns to you. I thank you. This has been a rough arrival, but perhaps things will improve, she thinks. But I doubt it. Then she turns and begins to escort the others towards the exit. Brilliant. Right, let's get out of here now. Should have really done that last session, but I forgot. Okay, you emerge from the dark tunnels, and your claustrophobia is immediately replaced with vertigo. You are in a fort within a gigantic cavern. Don't know what's happened here to all the art. The stone ceiling arcs hundreds of feet over your head as your eyesight adjusts. You look around at the world of Avernum for the first time. You're inside what looks like some sort of fort. It is made of wood, huge blocks of stone roughly mortared together. Wood must be rare down here, only the doors are made of it. There are a few odd trees nearby, more fungus than wood. Then when your awe at this strange sight fades, you notice the warriors. They stand around the lip of the cave you are in, weapons drawn. Some of them have bows pointed at you, ready to fire. As you prepare to defend yourself, a man comes running towards the lip of the pit from the south. Stop, stop, he shouts, don't fire. Let me talk. Here we go, this guy here. Andrew, a small man runs towards you, waves his arms. His skin is incredibly pale in the strange light from the fungal ceiling. When he reaches you, he stops and bends over, hands on his knees, breathing heavily. When he regains his breath, he says, don't attack. I am Andrew, the greeter. We are Avernites. We are here to welcome and help you. Why weren't you there when I arrived? A thug named Lagran just ran out this way. Did you catch him? Andrew looks embarrassed. We tried. When he ran out, his face was covered. By the time we were sure he was the killer and not an innocent arrival, he had already fled. I was the one who defeated him. Andrew takes a step back and inspects you. You have the look of a warrior with some potential. It is good. With all of the forces that threaten us, Avernum needs warriors like you. And you just let him escape? Andrew frowns. And if we let our arrows fly without being sure, we would have us killed an innocent by mistake. You would have us kill an innocent by mistake. No, this is Avernum. There is no escape for any of us. He will be found. Do not worry. But that is a worry for another day. You are here. I have something to say to you. Yes? As Andrew speaks, the guards nearby watch solemnly. Each of them went through the same ceremony, the beginning of a new life. Andrew says, on behalf of Avernum, I welcome you to your new home, here in the darkness. Our lot is hard, but we are free of the crushing hand of the Empire. We offer you peace and aid, as long as you aid us in return. He smiles weakly. That is all. We have some aid for you. Then you can go out and start your new life. Right. Can I return to the surface? As a common question, no. I would abandon any hope of ever seeing the sun again. The sooner you give up on that, the sooner you can begin to make a new life here. Alright, I'll try and settle in. I am pleased to hear it. Life here is hard, but it has its own rewards and moments of beauty. Help us, and we will help you. Do you need anything else? You called yourself the greeter? It is my task. I wait for new arrivals such as yourself and welcome them. He bows. Welcome to Avernum. Right. Okay. We could just got 115 coins. Did we just get given them? Anyway, tell me more about Avernum. Avernum, what does the word mean? In ancient times, Avernum was one of the names for the underworld. It was the place where souls were sent to be judged when their lives were over. Appropriate? Yes. Tell me more about Avernum. Why you welcome me. Right, let's get this over. Thank you. Right, so we're now free to look around the world of Avernum. First of all, we're going to level up. So we'll do our main character first, and what we really want to do is get his dexterity up, and we want to get this up. We want to get his core attributes up to 5. Now we've got them up to 5, I'll show you in a minute why. Mighty blows, each level increases your damage with melees. Sure aim increases your damage with missile attacks by 3%. We'll go for that first. That's a really good one to have. But yeah, as I was about to say, if we were to go on battle discipline, we now have access to flawless shot, and to get flawless shot you need to have 5 in this bottom row, which is your basic ones, and then we can get the others afterwards, like sharpshooter and sniper, so that we'll get them in time. Now we're going to do this woman. We're going to go for strength, and she could do with, there's pole arms there, she could definitely do with another in swords and another in hardiness and improved endurance, I think, because she's going to be the meat shield, and the endurance is basically if we put that down one, yeah, I'll show it. Endurance is basically how harder you are. The more endurance you have, the more health you have, so that's really important for her. And then we'll move on to this guy, and we'll stick it in intelligence, and we'll go straight to Miskin magic and arcane law. I mean, what is he going to use for now? He's probably going to use a bow, but we really want to be getting this in magic first, and we really want to use that, which is tool use, how good you are working with simple mechanical devices, which is very good. And we could actually give him access to mage spells, but I'm going to give him access to priest spells level 3 for now. Good health, nimble fingers, elemental focus, improved endurance, improved intelligence. I might go, you know, for nimble fingers, because he might be, I might actually make him a more stealthy character as well, or maybe not. No, we won't. We will not do that. In fact, I'm gonna just redo this. I'm not gonna give him the ability to use tools. We'll put his intelligence up. We'll make him purely magical, and we'll go for priest skills and first aid, and then we'll go for improved intelligence. But that'll just give us a +1, won't it? Which is energy blessing. Yeah, we'll do that. Right, and then we'll do that with her. We'll definitely we'll put her dexterity up to 4, because she's going to be a bit of a balanced character. We'll put 1 in bows, and we'll go ahead. I'm going to put 1 in use tool, and I'm going to go for nimble fingers. I'm going to get her tools up. She's going to be a dexterous character for us. She's going to be a mix of a mage and dexterity. He's going to be, yeah, pretty much, she's going to be the diverse character in this group, a utility character. Now if you go in here and talk to this guy, you can get off Tor some supplies. There is a tall man sitting behind the counter wearing bronze armour. Behind him is a large rack of crude stone and bronze weapons. He recognises you as a new arrival in an instant. Don't recognise you, and I recognise everyone. You must be new. He raises and shakes your hand. You can see how desperately pale years down here have made him. I am Tor. I'm here to give you some supplies before you go on your way. Can I have some supplies, please, Tor? Cool, look at that. Coins went right up. I think he's just give us 200 coins. Tor nods, makes some note of a scroll made of crude parchment, and hands you a pouch, some dried meat, and a loaf of unappealing, slightly grey bread. This is the starting allowance all new arrivals are given to help them get established. We want you to become productive citizens of Avernum as soon as possible. Good luck to you. What do you do here? Where do you get the supplies and give them out? Some are sent here by the army, others are sent by the Empire. Sometimes they give us weapons and food and other things. We find them in the arrival caverns with the new exiles. What do you do here? Well, sometimes I maintain the weapons of the guards. Sometimes I guard travellers going to Silvar, but I spend most of my time giving supplies to newcomers. Do the weapons need lots of maintenance? He looks back at them with disdain. Pretty crude work, huh? Good metal is rare down here. Tools to work it rather still, and enchanted items, good luck finding them. Magical items, they can be found. Sometimes some are made at the Tower of Magi. Also, when Avernum was first destroyed, the Empire sent many explorers down here. A lot of them were killed, but their equipment remains. Such items are rare and valuable and precious. Though, I wouldn't go hunting them. Better to live a peaceful life in one of the forts, I think. I have another question. Tor sits behind the counter. He occasionally looks back at the large rack of crude weapons, checking his inventory. Any other way I can help you? Or will you be moving on? Right, that'll have to do then. And if you just press escape, then it does allow us to move on pretty simply. So we're going to have a look around. Dunbar. You see a worn and scared middle-aged man. He has the thin, washed-out look you already associate with many years in Avernum. You hope your time here is kinder to you. He carries a potted plant and shovel. He nods to you and sets down the pot for a moment. I'm Dunbar, he says. Welcome. What's your job? What's your job? I'm the groundskeeper and gardener and fix it man. I like gardening best, but I do what they need. Tell me about the plants. Oh, this is not very good. Bit of dialogue there. I was looking for some sort of missions. I know we can get missions. If we have a look in the journal, we literally have nothing yet in any of the quests, current or old. So we'll have a look about. There'll be someone to talk to. Raren. There is another knight wandering around the streets of the fort, looking for new arrivals. He wears a jerkin of thick lizard hide and a bow of black wood hangs from his shoulder. The moment he sees you, he almost rushes to greet you. Welcome to Avernum, he says. I am Raren. You look newly arrived, and, if you don't mind me saying, a bit aimless. I have an opportunity for you. Who are you looking for? What is the opportunity? The opportunity to fight for Avernum, so that we can all survive, and in return, you can gain what little renown and comfort as is available in this dark place. Tell me more. He nods. A wise choice. You should go to Silvar, west of here, and meet the mayor. I have been sent to recruit people like you, and I think you will find the work to your liking. That is all. I will leave you to regain your bearings. He nods and walks off, looking for other potential recruits. Conversation ends. Brilliant. Well, what we'll do is we'll have a look around and get this thing all basically uncovered. And then we will move on after this. You meet a young woman with long black hair. She is sitting at a table eating a bowl of thin lizard soup. Her skin has not yet attained the paleness of one who has spent a lot of time in Avernum. When you get close, her head jerks up. Once she has seen who you are, she returns to her soup, disappointed. You have a seat, fellow exile. I'm Warwick. We might as well regain our strength before we go out into the world. You seem like a recent arrival. Why were you sent down here? She looks down at the table. I've already learned that is a rude question to ask. People are sent to Avernum because their secrets are revealed. Once here, they want them to become secret again. Fair enough. Right, okay. Right, we'll just have a look around. We'll get this entire thing basically uncovered. Although I just can't help but talk to people. Right, you can steal stuff as you can see here, but if we steal stuff we will get busted by the fuzz, or the equivalent of the fuzz round here. You see a quiet, frail woman. She is picking mushrooms. They are big, bloated brown things, different from any such fungus you ever saw on the surface. When she notices that you are watching her, she blushes and stares into her basket. Greetings, she says in a quiet voice. I am Diane. Those are big mushrooms, aren't they? Lovely things, though the taste is bitter. They are most of what we eat down here and drink, and what we feed our livestock. They don't grow on the surface? No, the wizard of the Tower of Magi created them using ordinary mushrooms and powerful magic. We depend on them. Without them, we could not live down here. That's all for now. So we're learning stuff all the time, but we want to really get out of here. That's pretty much the whole town discovered now. We can go in here. We can have a look. Keep the line, guard. Oh, some mushrooms, and that does not count as stealing for some reason, which is always a nice bonus. There's houses here as well. I just want to make sure we're all kitted up. This isn't an easy game, by the way, and that's the thing. If we could get complacent fast and make too much progress in a short period of time. We don't want to do that. The sign says feel free to rest here. Very nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave as soon as we've looked in these last two spots. Oh, what's in here? Right, these are... oh, we can take some of these. A fishing pole as well. Right. So anything that doesn't say steel we can have on it. There's a rope there as well. Lanterns are good. We'll take a lantern. Actually, can we take multiple lanterns? Right, we'll go and talk to her, see if we can sell anything. Nah. Right, let's get out of here. One last look in here. The lanterns are good for dark areas, by the way, so it's good to have them with us. These are all things that can be stolen. I don't really... do we want to steal this stuff? Leather pants? Yeah, fuck it, we'll take them. Might have done something bad there. It's the first time I've actually stolen on this. But let's get out of here. And in fact, you step out the Fort of Avernum and get your first good look at your new home. You are at the east end of an enormous cavern, many miles across. In the grim green light, you can look out through the mist and see a huge forest of the strange fungal trees. A dark river flows by to the south, and to the west you can dimly make out the lights of a town. Although you're far underground, it's not as quiet and peaceful as you thought it would be. Sounds echo well into this cavern. You can dimly make out the hisses of lizards, flowing water, and unnervingly the growls of distant humanoids. Your journey into Avernum is about to begin. Right, before we leave this city, I'm going to quickly make sure that these leather pants are equipped to as many people as is possible. Mainly her. And the tunic, which I think is going to be pretty friggin' good actually. It's actually just a light version of the leather armour. Does almost the exact same thing. So I'm going to put that on him because I want him to be dexterous and to be able to avoid attacks rather than take them. Let's get out into the world. Very nice. Right, so this is the world map and this is how it works. You travel in a little block of 4. It's just a zoomed out version of the other, being inside the town or in a battle. There is a patrol of Avernite militiamen watching the road, so they'll pass all the time. And they aren't enemies. And this is the second town here. This is where we were heading. If we have a look in the journal, Silvar. So this is Silvar. Just have a quick look around here, and obviously there's caverns as well within caverns, and you can go down all sorts of... The world map is fucking huge. It's really good, lads. And what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and we'll get balls deep into this spot right now. Right, lost. You have found the map which shows you all of Avernum. Press the world map button to the right of the text area. Map of Avernum. Brilliant, right, because I didn't even know this. Reading stuff out is actually learning me. So we are currently here. This is where we are. Silvar, right there. And we've just entered it, so that's wonderful. So it really is massive. I'm telling you, I've got lost in some of these caverns. Right, you enter one of Avernum's cities. Well, they would call it a city by Empire standards. It's a miserable collection of crumbling stone hovels, perched on the shore of a black, icy river. The dim green glow from the luminescent moss above gives everything an eerie look. As you enter, one of the guards mutters, "Welcome to Silvar, newcomers. Strangers are welcome here. If they watch themselves, they wave you in." Right, very nice. Okay. The city sign, it says City Hall. Right, okay. Right, there is a cave wood board at the south end of this path, hanging from 2 posts. Several sheets of papyrus have been tacked to it. This must be a job board, where people in need of assistance can post appeals for help. Select the job board to read it and see what jobs are available. Right, so if we actually click this, it does give you a list of jobs. We're not going to take any of them right now, because what I'm going to do is basically leave, have a video. They're not going to be 25 minutes long like my standard videos. They're going to be like the length of a mission. Or if missions are too long, they're going to be less. So we're not going to get any of them right now. We'll leave them for when we want to get a mission. We're going to discover the rest of this town, and we're going to get ourselves kitted up for the next mission. You look closer at the statue. It's cleaner than the others, and much nicer piece of craftsmanship to boot. Then it winks at you. Hey, you're a living statue. What are you doing here? I just stand here, watch, listen. It starts humming gently. Concerned about your presence. Unconcerned about your presence, should I say. So should we go and maybe buy some equipment? Let's have a look around here. Training hall, small inn. I mean, I do like to save my money on this because I think it's much better that way. We've got stuff lying on the floor here. Yeah, I think it's much better to save money and actually find equipment. Much more rewarding when you find the equipment. Like, I don't like buying it in Skyrim and games like that, and Baldur's Gate as well. I prefer finding it. It feels more, just like I said, rewarding. Oh, very cool. Boats. We don't want a boat. What we want is somewhere where we can. Ah, there we go. Supplies. Let's come down here. That's the mayor's office where we're gonna basically leave this session. Right, Carol. The strangely familiar smell of bacon fills the air in here. It smells like bread, and yet it's off, somehow. There is a pale woman working behind the counter. She has the jitters. She says, I am Carol. We have bread for sale if you want. I'll buy some food. Alright, okay. We don't need food, it'll heal us, so... I don't think there's going to be any shops here. There's the City Hall job board. Let's go in here. We have blades. Can I buy a weapon, sir? Right, so we could probably do with some stuff. I wonder actually if I could sell anything. Can I sell something to you? Brilliant. Right, okay, so we do have 4 sets of leather armour there, and we can now sell that stuff that we said we had. We've still got that limb for some reason. We'll sell all 3 crystal, flawed crystals. And, there's dried meat. We'll sell another leather armour. That's pretty much everything that we're going to sell there from him. Right. We'll try again. I think we can... Can I sell something to you? Let's have a look here throughout the... Yeah, we can just go through and select them all. That's brilliant. And we'll go for both of them as well. And that. Brilliant. Right, okay. So we're now up to almost 400 coins. And we'll have a look, see if there's anything worth buying here. Okay, with no good bows. We've already got crude bows, so we don't really need an... That's basically it. We can't get anything. We've sold stuff. That'll have to do. So, we'll just quickly run around town, make sure we've uncovered all these buildings. Make sure we've picked up everything off the floor. Just do that at the end of this session, and then that'll be it. It's always nice to uncover the entirety of a town. Ah. What do you sell in this shop? I sell armor. Ooh. Do you have magic items down here? A few. The mages down here, such as they are, have a really tough time making the magic armor. Who is Avernum? My husband. That's all for now, so we can't actually buy anything off her. We could steal stuff. That's a bloody good shield. And the last place to have a look in... Well, there's actually a couple of last places here. Nothing there. Look here. Ooh! Thick leather gloves. Didn't want that actually, put that back. Let's just hope nobody sees us when we do that. No rooms left, says Gary. We'll have... Right, that's pretty much it apart from this room here, which we won't be able to get into because it's part of the mayor's office, and the mayor is there, and we'll go and speak to him in the next session to get our next mission. For now I'm going to give the gloves to Alduus. So guys, that'll have to do today. That was a good session. Again, the mission's really starting the next session, so I'm looking forward to it because this is a great game. So thank you ever so much for watching, and I will catch you later. Goodbye.